I wonder what's in. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh. What a badass.
Family room.
Oh yeah. Getting closer to your new home. Yeah, seriously.
You don't even feel like you're in an RV. So we're in a Mercedes Sprinter van right now. It's kind of similar to my van, just a little taller, a little longer. Got a full shower and a toilet. It's pretty cool. Got a nice shot of your butt walking in. Forgot to do some recording, but we're making a little box here, and that's gonna house this battery container, which is gonna house the battery, and this will basically be tucked under the bed frame right there, so it can't slide this way or that way. Then we'll have another piece that comes out and welds into one of the mounting rings that are stock on the van. So back from powder coating, looks super nice. Right now we're screwing down these, well, at least this top board. Oh, crazy. That's so satisfying. That's like it's like peeling a scab. That's the question. Oh boy.
We don't fuck with clamps.
Wait, what? What's it doing? So what we decided to do on the vent hole here is we're just gonna peel back this layer, and then we take this little skinny strip and we just basically make a U shape. So we attach it on the side, wrap it around the edge like that, and then we just glue these back over there. It'll cover up all the bare wood. And then that way later on, we don't have to do anything. It'll just all be done and ready to install. When you try to be a ninja and you kicks the box of screws. Alright, here it is. Everything bolted together, installed. Looks absolutely awesome. I guess I'll just kind of start out here, do a little overview. So right here, we've got our vent holes, which aren't quite lined up well because the fridge needs to be pushed in more, but the seat's too far back, so don't worry about that. But it works out well. This slides in and out very easily now. Very easy access, but still pretty snug in there. Just a little bit of shake. Got this nice storage compartment under here now. Got the little shelves right there. Everything looks good, nice and sturdy. Then we got the shelf here. So that turned out very, very well. It's a nice, pretty seamless edge along everywhere. This faceplate worked out very well. Kind of had a problem with it warping. If you can, yeah, you can see there, see how it's kind of warped in, but I'm probably going to put a strip of aluminum on the backside there just to stiffen it up because it's very, very weak right now. But then the last part's that side piece, and yeah, everything turned out really well. Honestly, a lot better than I expected it to. The only thing is like the screw heads show, but from a distance, they're really not all that noticeable. You know, it doesn't bother me too much. But one more thing here. So instead of having like pins and stuff and making this all complicated, it's simply just a board and it kind of press fits in there and rests on those ledges, which seems to work very well. I've done driving with it and it hasn't moved around. But it's super easy to take out that way. It's simple. There's no hinge. It's a pretty nice, comfortable, soft line between there. So if I want to walk in between, I just take this board out, throw it there real quick, and then I can go through, ow, I just hit my head, through to the front. So I got all the holes drilled into the bar, and I ended up putting it in the vehicle and C-clamping these little adapter plates with a 1/2-inch hole. So those go into those D-ring bolts in the corners of the vehicle. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack it down and then go from there. So what I just did right there is I modified this stock spacer for this D-ring. So that slides in like that and creates a little bushing for the D-ring to rotate on. So what I did is I shortened that because since we're putting a flat plate up against here, we want a nice even surface. So since there's this plastic here, I'm going to stack 2 washers in there. It's kind of hard to get a good angle, but basically over that threaded hole. So then when this plastic gets pulled up against there, it creates a flush surface. So I measured the thickness of these 2 washers combined, and then I turned down that piece on the lathe to offset. So basically I took off the amount of material that's being added there, so there's still the same amount of threads going into the threaded hole right there. So that was all welded together. Mounts in between those points, goes all the way across, mounts in between that other one. And then I have all these holes here, which you can take a hook and hook in there, and then you got a nice solid tie down point every 6 inches across the back. So we're basically doing the same thing up here. The issue with this one, not really an issue, just a little bit more of a nuisance, is you can kind of see how this plate, see how it's at an angle, kind of going up this way. It's not completely vertical. So the tube, we have to cut the ends so that they match that angle and basically fit nice and tight between that plate and the other one. So that's going to be a little bit of a trick. Freaking sucked. Lots of holes in this piece. So there's through holes every inch for the first 20 inches, then a couple 6-inch spacings in the middle. The reason we did this is because I'm going to put some sort of wheel chock there for the rear wheel to slip into, and having it every inch I can adjust for different wheel sizes, etc. But I'll get into that later. Alright, so there it is, bolted in. It's not very tight right now, but got all the holes there for putting hooks or mounting wheel chocks, whatever I want to. And everything looks to line up pretty well. I think the angles turned out good. They seem like they're pretty flush with the plastic there. It all looks good. So I can take that out, do final welds, grind some stuff down, and then send it off to powder coating and get it mounted.